time. Why can't you see? So locate, stand straight, and take aim. Let's gun is in my hands now, and I can't pull the trigger. I aim and then I fall down to my knees. The bullet's in my hand now, and I can't load the chamber. Is this what you'll remember of me? Remember carefully. The gun is in my hands now, and I can't pull the trigger. I aim and then I fall down to my knees. The bullet's in my hand now, and I can't load the chamber. Is this what you'll remember of me? The gun is in my Is this what you'll remember of me? The gun is in my Is this what you'll remember of me? Remember carefully.
Do what?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Live. Friday night Winston Truck series. We had a little problem with our server, so you're going to be seeing trucks tonight instead of Winston Cup cars, but same physics, same setups, same racers. Other thing different this week, because of the difficulties, Milty's not going to be able to join us, so I got helping out a many-time FSB champion Isaac Johnson, back from college, is going to help us out tonight in the booth. How you doing, Isaac?
Oh, I'm doing great tonight. I'm just glad to be back up here in the booth. Didn't really feel like doing the race tonight. Just had a lot of homework, kind of tired, so decided to come up and help you out in the booth. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to do that, and I know you're busy with the whole college life. Adulting sucks, doesn't it? And also joining us, my teammate and wingman here, Dan Jones, joining us once again from
Yes.
Mexico.
Just got back in.
And boy, are your arms tired.
Man, I've had to fly a long distance for this one.
Yeah, back to Indianapolis. But not Indianapolis Motor Speedway. No, we're across town at Indianapolis Raceway Park, also known as IRP. And that's a progressive banked short track. Race is kind of one groove in the middle there, but if you can force someone down half a lane or up half a lane, you can get some side-by-side action going. Not a whole lot of tire wear, but definitely one of the harder to pass on tracks. And you see your qualifying order there up on the left. You got Jordan McGregor backing up that strong run at Riverside last week. Looked like he was going to run away with it and then had a little pitting issue. He ended up 4th last week, but he's starting once again on the pole tonight in the 30 truck. I know he's saying car all night when I mean truck. Just
What
get
a
used to it
race.
right now.
Last week, coming back from 6 and 7 seconds down the second and third place guys, and winning the race. I forgot who.
Yeah, that was crazy. You never know what you're what to expect when you come to a road course, and that was definitely one for the ages. Heck of a race last week there, and congrats again to Diamond Dave Simons pulling off that win. And Jim Gately is my pick for tonight coming in. I see he starts on the outside of the front row. Mark DeRocket DeSenza matches his car number, starts 3rd. Must be feeling better after that heart attack a couple weeks ago. Good to see him out there running strong again. Dan Irvine rounds out your top 4 there. Ken Hansen, Dennis Chambers, Bill Yarbrough, Sam Young. He loves the short tracks, and he looks like he's feeling it tonight. Puts that 98 truck on the 8th spot. Series admin and dad of our co-host tonight, Ryan Johnson, starts at 9th. And Rick Johnson, no relation, starts it in the 10th spot in the 52 truck. T.G. Reese, Steve Weber, Joe Weaver, Rick Castle, and Pops Margison, Indianapolis local there. Rounds out your top 15 there. Will Farmer, Rick Bisconer, Brad Otto, and Jeff Habak are the last ones to turn laps, and I think you'll see Joe Sharam, John Palmer, Johnny Doucette, Ken Shea. Always a short track favorite. Did not turn a qualifying lap. He's going to start in the back. And yeah, that's it. That's the last truck to start on the grid there. Obviously, myself, Den, whoever disconnected there in the 26th spot won't be running tonight. And of course, camera 2 is the laptop that's giving you those standings. So I went in there and jumped the gun and took my pick with Slim Jim. Who you guys got tonight? It looks like our driver's meeting is running pretty long tonight, too.
I think Rocket's my pick for tonight. That he's due.
All right, let's see if you can last the whole race and make you look good.
You know, I think I'm going to have to go with 30 of Jordan McGregor.
It's hard to bet against him anywhere. That's a hot shoe right there. Says strong picks all around. Again, I hope to see Mark finish the race. He hasn't been finishing the races since he came back, but you know he's eager to get back to competitive form. It looks like our driver's meeting has wrapped up, and we've got cars hitting the track right now. Trucks.
Camino.
A little fun fact about this track, this was actually the first racetrack that I ever attended a NASCAR race at. And
Nice.
I was 4 or 5 years old, and I'll never forget, I was in the stands, and I was like right up along the fence, and Carl Edwards, I was like waving at Carl Edwards, and he gave me a thumbs up. It was pretty cool. I think that was the day that I like really fell in love with racing.
That's a nice little personal connection, yeah, because again, the Johnsons are also Indiana. Not quite local to Indianapolis, but Martinsville, Indiana, right? Yeah, you got Johnny Doucette checking in chat. Oh, he's the... Hey, I'm not with a U, I'm with a W, but that's okay. He's the one who checked in, and why aren't you racing, Johnny? You can get out there. He's the one who disconnected there, showed us 26th on the grid. And Barrett McKay asked, where's Milt? Well, Milt had to run some errands, and with the problems, technical difficulties we were running into tonight, he didn't think he was going to be able to get things set up in time. Because I don't think he has the Truck Series downloaded, because he doesn't usually have to. And then he'd have to set up the direct IP connection that we're running tonight. As again, RLM having a little technical snafu, but we'll get back to normal by next week, hopefully. See if we can get a look at some of these guys going around this Progressive Bank track. And I do love this place, but it's not easy to pass on, as mentioned earlier. It's got that one groove. That's right with Dennis Chambers here. You So you got to keep to the apron coming out of pit road here. You'll see trucks will be sticking right to this middle lane here pretty much all night long, unless they got to try and make something happen in the high or low lane. Maybe clip the bottom lane just a little bit to turn off. And right back at it. Brakes. Ride the brakes just a little bit. He's running high through the entry.
Yep. Yeah, I found a few times racing here that if you can learn how to run that very top line, it's really beneficial whenever you get into flat traffic. So it's definitely gonna be a factor tonight.
Yeah, and if you try to get down to the bottom, that yellow line, that is fool's gold down there. Unless someone's letting you go, you are just gonna die down on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never find me down anywhere below the black on this racetrack, unless maybe I'm flipping my left front to get a tight car or truck to turn. But the wall, it is fun to drive, and if you can work it, I mean, it's a really good passing lane, but it can be dangerous. That'll definitely be something to look after tonight.
And John Norton, the Wild Customs and Cars site, makes a lot of cool tracks. He just put out a version of IRP. Put it out too late for us to add it to our schedule this year, but I want to see about adding that next season, perhaps, and see if it races a little different than this. I know some folks complain that this PWF version doesn't race quite like the real thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the old races here, I mean, they definitely have been able to get down in that very, very low groove. I mean, not as fast as the middle groove, obviously, but I mean, you can make passes down there like you can at like a New Hampshire or a track like that.
Yeah, we got Mama Gately, Doris Gately checking in, cheering for Slim, of course. I'm sorry, if I knew you were watching, I wouldn't have given him the broadcaster jinx. We're about ready to go green here, as you see Jordan McGregor practicing a pit stop, and he did not treat the right side of that truck nice on that warm-up run there. This place isn't really fast enough to make aerodynamics matter, so you can use up the right side of your truck tonight and probably still be okay.
Something to look out for in traffic tonight is, as you were mentioning, with that right side damage. I mean, that right side, well, that wall on the outside can definitely come out to grab you whenever the tires start wearing out. And I know of a few big wrecks I've been involved in here. Just guys going out into the outside wall and coming right out back into traffic and causing a big old mess. So something to look out for tonight.
Yeah, very similar to what you'll find at, say, Darlington, with the wall side.
Or even like a Dover.
Yeah.
This place is like, to me, it reminds me of a mixture between New Hampshire and Dover. It's got the long, sweeping turns, but you almost have to drive it like a New Hampshire.
I just boosted your volume, which caused my game to crash. I'll be back in there in a second.
Start your engines!
And they're just firing the cars up to roll off pit road here. As we mentioned before, we got a Jordan McGregor and Slim Jim Gately up on the front row, and then Mark DeCenza and Dan Irvine, the second row. And then rounding out your top 5 is the 9 truck of Mr. Ken Hansen. And they go green, green, green.
You see Jordan McGregor leads them off there into turn 1 as they try and negotiate tight quarters there.
Right now is just a really important time to start getting as much track position as you can, especially if we get that long green run. Once those tires start wearing, it gets even harder to pass. It looks like the 27 just got around to 3.
I gotta do something different here to reconnect. I'll issue
Most of the field running single file right now. It's really interesting to see all the different lines that everyone's running out there right now. Some guys are running that high entry and then a late apex, and then I'm seeing a lot of guys running that double apex, diamonding the corner. Looks like that's what the 27's doing right now, and they're starting to use up that left front tire on the lower part of the racetrack in order to get that bite up off the corner.
Alrighty, I got both views reconnected now.
Man, that 30 and 23 truck, they just look so smooth. Put about a 1.5 second gap on third place truck Dan Irvine. A little farther back, it looks like the 52 is going to get around the 59. It's going to move him up to 9th place. A little fun fact about IRP. My old man in the 59 truck, he actually got to drive a truck around here.
Oh, nice.
A long time ago. Yeah, he drove around here with my Uncle Charlie, and kind of jealous of that. I wish I would have gotten to drive a truck around here. I was a little too young at that time, though. I guess I was there. I have no recognition of it. Do what?
Recollection.
Recollection, yeah. Sorry about that. Got a little tongue-tied.
Jordan McGregor just pulls out of turn number 2 and pulls away from Jim Gately. No problems.
Well, Slim's gonna take care of his stuff and make sure he's there for the long run. I've had all kinds of trouble with the standings tonight. For some reason, 5th through 8th isn't showing at all, and the lap amount is -1.
Well, we got some tight quarter racing back in the back between Pops Margison and the 99 truck, and Will Farmer, the young gun, and the 95 Lightning McQueen machine. And it looks like Rick Bisconer, oh, he tried making a move. He thought better of it. Not a
We got a
whole lot of
truck on
action
pit road.
going on in the front. Oh, really? Which one?
It's like one of the Black Cat entries. Looks like Dog himself, John Palmer, has hit pit road. I'm not sure why. Oh,
like
he's
he-
retired.
Man, that 30 truck and 23 truck are just wearing the field out right now. They've stretched out to a 2.5 second gap on third place, Mark DeCenza. Starting to get that long run feel that we get here at IRP at some point in the race. I'm sure once we get down to the end, we may get some more cautions. But early on in the going, caution free.
And see, Rick Bisconer finally makes that move on Will Farmer. Will lets him go, but maybe not. Maybe trying to work the crossover there. See, Dennis Chambers just biding his time here in traffic with the 9 truck of Ken Hansen and the 54 of T.G. Reese behind him. I'm sorry, Billy Yarborough, not T.G. Reese. Billy Yarborough, excellent short track driver, and very well, picking up the W, in fact, in the trucks last night at the short track of Iowa.
That's a tough racetrack.
It really is. I blew my right front there again. Second time I've done that in a race.
I've been fortunate enough to get a couple of wins there, but man, the first couple times I raced there, I had the hardest time being able to figure it out. But last couple races were pretty good.
Yeah, I keep saying that that's one of those tracks that owes me.
Wow, the 30 and 23 have pulled nearly a 4-second gap.
Yeah, that's a huge gap back to the 3 truck of Mark DeCenza. Yeah, I just cannot get the laps to display properly here. It's 200 laps, not -1, I guarantee you.
That'd be quite the race, running -1 laps.
Wouldn't it, though?
Would that mean we ran backwards, or would that be counted as a lap?
That'd be, that's like what Tony Stewart said about, as Dan Irvine has gotten around Mark DeCenza.
Whoa, the 23 got way up on the back bumper of the 30. Thought better of it. I think the 23 is a little quicker than the 30 right now.
Yeah, that's what I always thought he was doing. I mean, Slim's known to hang back, save tires.
This is a classic Slim Jim Gately racetrack here. You know, flat, short track. He loves the flat racetracks. I don't know how he does it, but on some of these racetracks they're flat like this, he's just stupid fast. Phoenix, New Hampshire, here, these are Slim Jim racetracks.
Yeah, Absolutely, I've gone up against him at all kinds of tracks, but this is the type where he's definitely been the hardest for me to deal with. You know, faster tracks, you can make something up on draft or something, get a little help. Oh, he sticks a nose in there. He tried the bottom lane on the 30, and he thought better of it as well.
He needs to go to the top.
Yeah,
once
he needs to
gets
go to the
by
top,
this
but then
lap.
Brad Otto is there in the 31.
Wow. This
That
shaping up
truck
to be
was made
great
for a different
battle for
mod.
the lead.
Sorry, Brad, but your truck was made for the old truck mod. You need to get something new in there. You can see wheels in the wrong spot. Yeah, he gets out of the way there, and Slim Jim will go back to the attack.
It's not very often on these short tracks like this. Whoa! As Jordan gets up into the wall.
I was looking at my at the other monitor. Did he hit? Yeah, you see the damage. He hit it hard enough. You see, he's using that bottom lane on the exit to try and loosen the truck up.
I would be considering a linearity change here. I don't know what he's running for a steering linearity, but I typically run a little bit lower than everyone else. But if you can raise that up a little bit, they'll typically give you a little bit freer feeling in the truck.
Yeah, I always run 100% linearity on my wheel. That's the TSW recommendation, and we have caution in the air. Jordan McGregor will take the caution flag, and I'll go find out what caused that. Oh, he's waiting there at pit entry, but he's got to let the pace car pass him before he gets across the line. Okay, pits are open now.
Yeah, will Jordan fix his truck or will he stay out front?
I think he probably won't bother with that damage. It's not going to hurt him too much.
I wouldn't worry about it. I like the track position.
I think this was a debris caution because I'm not finding anything with my Alt 6. Unfortunately, when we're just out here watching the race, we don't get the spotter information as to what caused the caution flag.
Is Jordan, he's able to get off pit road first.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, this is a debris caution. At the time the yellow was waved, there were no cars even a little bit out of shape. Well, that'll happen from time to time. Usually from someone smacking the wall really hard and then continuing to drive, although I doubt it was Jordan McGregor's number 30 machine there.
I'm getting word that Ryan Johnson got a speeding penalty.
Oh, EOLL.
End of the longest line.
Indeed, and that is brutal here at a short track that we noted was very difficult to pass on, and track position is everything. Got Yoshi Link tuning in, cheering for Filmer, as always, Will Farmer. Will Farmer is currently shown in the 13th spot after those pit stops. I thought the little positional arrows weren't working, but I see they are now. It's just nobody was passing. See, the lights are still on the pace truck, so we'll just scroll through the field here. Here's your leader, Jordan McGregor, Slim Jim Gately, and of course the Slim Jim truck. Back to the 23. I'd done that as a 25 before, but he got his preferred number back. 27 of Dan Irvine in the Mountain Dew Dodge. And Mark DeRocket Descenza, number 3 Wrangler, blue and yellow colors. And number 10, paint change this year, he's gone to a white and red Unity Speedway scheme. Dennis Chambers likes to paint his cars to look like some of the local racers run out at his home track in Maine. And Bill Yarborough there with a default truck. We never have gotten paints for him in this series. Sam Young in his 98 Sin City machine. T.G. Reese, another default, so still waiting on him to get some paint done and uploaded. 83 is Steve Weber. Rick Castle, I thought he ran trucks. I don't know why he's in default tonight, but there he is in a red default. 109 Rick Pisconer in a Black Cat entry. 95 Will Farmer in his Lightning McQueen / Hawaiian Punch ride, the number 95. One of my favorite trucks we got going right now is that Motorcraft 12 of Joe Weaver's. Green flag's back in the air. 192 of Joe Mutt Sharam as he's passed by the 52 of Rick Johnson. Also doesn't have truck paint. Ryan Johnson, your series admin and recent recipient of End of Longest Line, there in the 59 Miller High Life colors. 99 Pops Margison is ever-present Scotch 3M blue paint scheme, the number 99. And that's Space Truck. Well, there's Brad Otto and I think his 2011 truck on the 2015 mod. As you can see, all kinds of things are where they don't belong. I'm going to go back around to the leaders here as Sim Jim Gately gets back to work trying to find a way around that number 30 Craftsman Ford of Jordan McGregor.
Really curious to see if Dan Irvine and Mark DeCenza can keep pace here. I know a lot of times in these races, guys can get out to an early lead, then we get a caution, and then it just seems like they just don't really have it anymore. And
Well,
everyone
sometimes it's just an adjustment.
slinkies up.
Sometimes at the start of the race, some of the guys underestimated the pace that they could run. And oh, Dan Irvine, he was keeping up, but he caught a big chunk of wall
Slapped
there
the
off
wall.
4. That was a tank slapper right there.
Whoa, 30 about went up and got into the wall again. It's pretty dangerous going down there and grabbing that left front across the bottom groove. Can get you a little free and send you up into the fence. But it's fast.
Yeah, it helps, de-wedge the truck, kind of make it turn a little better if you're getting tight. But it can also snap you loose. It's kind of like hitting the apron at Daytona or something. And Brad Otto on pit road seems to be getting extensive work done. Or he may have gotten, maybe getting held. He may have gotten a penalty on the restart.
Ooh, those penalties will kill.
Those are brutal, especially since I believe he should have been the Lucky Dog recipient on that caution. So that's just gone from good fortune to terrible in the course of one lap. Yeah, because if you get a passing under yellow penalty, that's what I call a death penalty. On a track like this, you're going to be many laps down. As you see, he's already listed as 3 laps down. That's not even up to date, probably. Steve Weber here battling with Rick Castle. Rick Castle, one of those drivers who just seems to be getting better every week. He's been having some strong runs. He was looking real good at Pocono last week, looked good at Iowa last night. And Slim Jim gets a nose under the 30. Can he do anything with him?
Oh,
It's a drag race, and he's going to have to fall back in line for turn 1.
as a driver, that's one of the most irritating things, being able to get a nose under someone, just not able to complete the pass. But oh, Jordan gets into the wall again just a little bit there, and
That time he hit it harder, and you can see quite a bit of damage to the right side of that truck. He's now
they
stuck.
nearly make contact.
Yeah, but these guys are good. They stay off each other, and now Dan Irvine goes to work on the 30. And Jordan does not want to give up that inside. He's trying to cross over. He's trying to cross over.
What a battle for the lead.
But you know what? The guys behind him love seeing this because, they say, go ahead.
Keeps them
you
in the
guys,
hunt.
Yeah, you guys slow each other down, use up your tires. We're cool with that. And guys like Mark DeSenza just trying to keep touch with this lead pack here.
Seeing all this close racing, I normally don't end up watching races that I'm in, or every now and then, of course, I'll watch a broadcast, but it doesn't feel like it's that close whenever you're actually doing it.
Oh yeah, that's what real drivers say when they get up in the booth. They're like, "Wow, if I knew how close we were together, I don't think I'd be doing this."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while we were watching that battle for the lead, Rick Castle got around Steve Weber. I had that battle up on the right side, but I still didn't see it happen there, so good move for the 124 truck there.
Dan Irvine gets around the 30 for second.
Yeah,
I think that damage is starting to tighten that 30 truck up a little bit. That's definitely not something that you want here. It's already a pretty tight racetrack, no matter what kind of setup you put into it.
I find
Absolutely.
the first hit, it's all right, but the second hit usually does more damage, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know how much this game models like suspension damage, knocking the toe in, or anything like that. The cosmetic stuff doesn't usually bother you at a short track, but those real hard, hit it and the truck rocks, that can sometimes start tightening you up. You see Rick Johnson is dicing through the field. He's dispensed with the 95 and looks to pull away from them and move on to the 109 of Rick Bisconner. Joe Wheeler.
Slim is starting to check out here.
He really is.
Pulled a second gap on second, third, and fourth with Dan Irvine and Jordan McGregor and Mark DeSenza, respectively.
And, T.G. Reese has got his sights on Joe Wheeler, who in turn has got his sights on the 95 of Will Farmer.
Yeah, Will Farmer's got his sights on Rick Johnson.
No, he doesn't. Rick Johnson is
He left the building.
He has engaged the afterburners. See you later.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
27 gets up into the wall.
I'm a few seconds delay here.
And 27, yeah, he gets in there hard, and then you see Jordan McGregor looking to battle back on that.
27 nearly brushes the wall again coming off of turn 4, and he concedes that position to the 30 truck. And Jordan McGregor will look to get back to form here and run down the 23 truck of Slim Jim Gately.
Now, meanwhile, Dennis Chambers there in 5th is starting to reel this group back in. He's found
He's
his
a
groove.
contender for sure.
He is just so smooth, so clean. Never puts a wheel out of place. Always has the right strategy. Yeah, never count the 10 truck out. Jordan McGregor had dominated this race up to this point, leading 43 of the 53 laps to until now, as Slim has only led the last 9. But Slim is now just pulling away, as noted earlier. 1.825 seconds shown as the current lead over Jordan McGregor.
Want Jordan to come in and fix that truck next caution and get fast again.
Yeah, I would too, if I was him. And there's only so much damage you want to run with on a short track. Or even on a short track, I should say. Meanwhile, Joe Weavers has gotten around the 95 of Will Farmer and seems to have settled in nicely there in the 12th spot. Steve Weber gets around Sam Young.
It's looking like Slim Jim is going to be catching some lap traffic here shortly.
3-truck of Mark DeSenza hits pit road. Wonder if he's just not feeling it and about to retire.
I got word that he is in fact going to park it for the evening.
Yeah, health comes first. As we noted on the lead-in, Mark DeSenza coming off a heart attack just a couple weeks ago. You can see he's still fast, but just not up for running the whole night. So, wishing you the best, Mark.
Good to see him racing at least.
Yeah,
though,
good to see him still here, still racing, still doing what he loves. And you know he'll be back to form in no time. Just gotta take his time to heal and rest, and that's what's important.
There is one thing that I've learned in my years of sim racing: never count out Mark DeSenza until he's out of the race. Then you gotta count him out. There's just a few of those guys out there that, no matter what happens, as long as they don't have, really bad damage, I mean, you just know that they're still in it.
Now, your leader is one of them, and there have been races where I, even on broadcast nights, I said, stick a fork in Slim, he's done. Sure enough, he comes back to win it.
Slim is certainly one of those guys, and Slim has taught me a lot about sim racing, and I wouldn't be the sim racer that I became without him.
Absolutely. We call him the professor for a reason, running that Sunday night racing school, as you see Rick Johnson on the right there, working on Rick Castle, 52 versus the 124. And Slim makes many of the setups that we run, including here tonight in the Winston Cup Series. Rick Castle got a little out of shape there, but gathers it back up. And meanwhile, the front two have pulled away, as Dan Irvine was not able to keep up the pace with Jordan McGregor and Slim Jim. And Slim is looking to put Ryan Johnson a lap down, and you see where that end of longest line really coming back to bite Ryan right now. Just cost him the track position, and he couldn't make passes, and he was that much closer to the leader's front bumper. He just lets his teammate and friend there go, as Slim is on a mission. And as is the 52, he is working his way up through this field, looking for a way around that 124. Very patient. Rick Johnson definitely in that category of never ever count them out. He takes care of his truck, he takes care of the tires, and is just fast at every single track you go to. Oh, he gets into the 124. That's going to give Rick Bisconnor the spot.
Yeah, Rick Johnson and I have had many of battles for not only championships and not only races but championships also. I don't know how many times him and I have finished 1-2 in the Pro Cup standings.
Oh yeah, it's always an intense rivalry there between the unrelated Johnsons and Pro Cup.
I love racing against Rick Johnson. I know he's always gonna race me hard, and I know I'm gonna race him hard. I
love racing him too, unless we're at Dover, and then it's just not fair. It's you can't compete with Rick Johnson at Dover. He's just he's alien level there. You can't compete with that.
No, I mean he's definitely got me beat when we show up at Dover. Dover is not my best racetrack. I've won a few races there, but I'd rather race somewhere else.
Yeah, Dover is probably one of my best tracks, and he spanks me there.
Now take me to Martinsville, and I'll be a happy guy.
Yeah, Martinsville, I'm out to lunch at. And see, he gets around the 124 on the outside this time. And now we'll set his sights on Rick Bisconer, who's also catching a lot of that bottom lane on the exit of the corner.
Yeah, that seems to be a really common trend among the top 5 to top 7 here. Just trucks rather, are starting to get a little tight now, and got to use that extra little bite that you can get up off the corner.
Woo! We see that there's the danger, though. He got himself loose doing that and had to brake check. That's going to cost Rick Bisconer not only the position, but quite a bit of tire degradation.
I'm really interested in Slim's line. He's the only one that's able to, that I've seen anyway, that's able to really drive the truck deep into the corner and then really get it to turn through the center. It's really impressive.
Let's go on board with the professor here. And looks like he's almost diamonding the corner.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's really doing a good job of rolling the center here. See, he's not on the gas. He picks it back up, drives it all the way down to the bottom there, and that's really allowing him to gain some time on the exit.
He's driving it like a slow Bristol here. Bristol's one of those tracks you famously diamond the corner on. You come in low, drift up, take the second set, and hammer off. And that's what he's doing here, and that seems to be serving him well, as he is, pulled out to a commanding lead.
It definitely does a really good job of saving tires. For whatever reason, whenever I can figure out a track to where I can either diamond the corner or get a really high arcing entry, it saves the tires really well, and I think that's really paying dividends here for Slim as we're approaching the halfway point.
Yeah, I think that's what cost me at Iowa last night. Some of the guys were taking that really high entry into one. I couldn't do it without sliding, and that's probably why I wore the tires out faster. But I can do the diamond. I can't do the high entry like that in the trail brake. If Ken Hansen gets out of the way there, let him go.
Never forget, in one of my other leagues, can't remember who it was. Somebody, we used to call it his trail braking class. It's quite the interesting thing there.
Yeah, see Slim Jim up to a 2.5 second lead over second place, who in turn has about a 4.2 second lead over third place. And we're not quite to halfway yet. Just remember, it's not -1 laps, it's 200, so 100 laps is going to be your halfway point. I don't know how far you can make it on fuel.
Looks like we got yellow on the track here.
And it hasn't switched over yet for me. Up there it is. There it is. Yellow is on the track. I saw some smoke somewhere. So forget what I said about pit stops. Oh, looks like Sam Young just turned right off the corner. Getting the replay queued up here on camera 2. Yeah, see Sam Young, he tried to do the diamond thing, but it kind of went into a four-wheel drift and then hooked. Hard
overcorrected, boom.
Yeah, overcorrected. Clips Ryan Johnson in the 59. Ryan goes for a slide and doesn't seem to have cost him anything more than A little bit of tire wear on tires that were going to be replaced anyway in a few seconds. So no harm, no foul on Ryan, but that's gonna do some serious damage to Sam Young's chances tonight if he doesn't in fact retire it on the spot, as he often does after being involved. Yeah, Sam was running in the 15th spot, listed currently 1 lap down. We should have a lucky dog, and it looks like that will be, if I'm not mistaken, oh, never mind, that's not valid right now. Pops Markison, that should be your lucky dog.
Slim gets off pit road first. I bet, I think Jordan McGregor is still on pit road getting that damage fixed.
Yeah, I don't
But
blame him.
he's going to lose a lot of track position here.
Yeah, he hit that wall pretty darn hard, though, so it might not have been a bad idea to fix that.
As long as we get a couple of cautions here before the end, I'm sure he'll become a factor. But if we get another long green run all the way to the end, I think he's going to have a really hard time getting back into contention, especially with the pace that 23 truck was setting on that last run there.
Yeah, absolutely. Slim Jim was just absolutely blistering the track, and well, now we're seeing 54 truck of Billy Yarborough had an excellent pit stop and has moved himself up into second spot.
So while we're under a little bit of a break here, Shawn, I haven't been able to keep track much of what's been going on here at FSB. How have you been running this season?
I'm not doing too bad. I got the points lead in the trucks currently. And Super Speedway didn't start out well for me, but I'm digging my way out of that hole, and I'm just kind of watching the rear bumper of the 10 car on Tuesday night in the chicken run. Picked up the win at Pocono in the trucks 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, it's a solid start. We're only in week 4, so 8 more races to go.
So what I'm hearing is, have you passed me on the all-time truck win list yet?
I've had the truck win list locked down for quite some time, because Sam rolled over the FSB Truck Series instead of the Pro Truck Series. So the stats are kind of commingled there.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I guess that's how it worked out. I thought that I was ahead at some point.
I don't think so. Let me check that forum thread. Well, see, my stats were kind of padded by that ridiculous season where I won like 18 of 22 races or something silly like that.
Yeah, I haven't had one of those seasons.
I think maybe it was 12, but yeah. That was a ridiculous, once-in-a-lifetime fluke of a season. I have no delusions of ever happening again.
Yeah, it looks like as of last season, you tied me up at 32.
Okay, yeah, that's because it includes the FSB Truck Series. Oh yeah, look at that, you're 32 there, okay. Yeah, so that puts me back in the lead. There you go. And speaking of back in the lead, Slim Jim Gately leads them back to green. Here ahead of the 54 of Billy Yarborough. 31 had some kind of problem, shot down to the inside right on the start. And you see him still running the apron through 1 and 2. Guess he's just getting out of the way with his damaged truck. And oh, Will Farmer has lit him up. And oh, hard wreck on the back stretch there. 124, 95, 59 all gathered up in that. Do we not have caution on the track? We do not have a caution. Somehow it stays green through all that.
Let's take a look and see what happened here.
I got it up here. There's the 59.
Looked like the
192
192 was a little slow. And then
You know what? 192 caught apron, 95 got into him, 124, 59 all collected up in that. And I guess because they spun below the yellow line, it did not bring out the caution flag, which is a tough break for those guys. And those were some hard hits too. I could possibly do some engine damage to some of the participants in that little fracas there.
looks like Slim's gonna continue to stretch out that lead again.
As Bill Yarborough has come under attack from the 27 and the 10 trucks. As I said before, Dennis Chambers, he just patiently picks him up and sets him down and takes care of his stuff, and here he is looking to break into your top three. He is one tough customer. I go up against him, week in, week out in the Tuesday Night Chicken Run Series and the Truck Series, and he won the championship in both those last season. And I looked at the rear bumper of that 10 quite a bit. And he was just patiently looking for a way around Dan Irvine, looking for a mistake, looking for a window. Not going to risk his truck, not going to use his stuff up any more than he's already planned to. It looks like we have Will Farmer. Are you still in the race, or are you fresh out of the infield care center there, Will?
Yeah, I'm fresh out of the in-care field center. I know Milt's not here, but
Yeah.
I gotta live up to him. Yeah, I'd like to apologize to Rick Johnson and Ryan Johnson. I got into both of them on, the start of the race, but we were low, and I don't know. I think I hit the back of the 192, and then I hit the brakes and went a little sideways, and that caused everybody else to check up.
Yeah,
so.
it looked like he just caught the apron and it just stacked backwards there. Just one of those deals.
I was on the apron too. I probably shouldn't have been, but we were low, and I don't know. So that's my fault. But I figured I'd come in here and at least say hi to you guys.
Well, thanks for stopping in there, and man, Slim Jim's been just setting a blistering pace out there. But how was it for you up until then? Were you able to make some moves here and there?
Well, no. Yeah, I don't know how these guys are on the way that they are around this place. I mean, I have no idea. I didn't. To be fair, I didn't get a lot of practice, but I was whipping around here about as fast as I thought I could, and I wasn't getting times nearly close to these guys. I mean, Slim's right now, his last lap was a 23.3. I was probably running a 23.7 if I was lucky, more like a 24 flat. If I wanted to save the tire a little bit, the right
Well,
front.
Slim's putting on a clinic right now, and he taught us a couple things here. If you watch him, he is running a diamond line around the corner. That's something that neither Isaac nor I had really thought of when we were talking about this track on the lead-in, but there he is doing it lap after lap. He's running it kind of like a flat Bristol.
Yep, and I tried to, when he was behind me, when he was in front of me, because I got a lap down, I tried following that line, and I just couldn't hold it like he was. I'm looking at his speed now. Maybe I was running it a little too hard. But there's no way to really tell.
I was on board with you for a little bit there, Will, and it kind of sounded like you weren't really rolling the center. You're just you're trying to keep the gas up, and that's something that I really struggled with whenever I first started racing this track. And whoa,
Slim blinks out, but he's reconnected there. He's okay.
But
9 of Ken Hansen way high too in turn 3 and 4 rather. But yeah, well that actually goes back to a common theme that I frequently tell you when you ask about a track. Just when you think it's time to get back in the throttle,
Don't
wait a little longer.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was feeling that tonight, but I think maybe if I had more practice, I would have ran a better race, but I didn't, so what are you going to do?
Yeah, it was one of those nights with the craziness of RLM going down and switching mods and all that, so... Well, I'm going to step aside for a couple minutes here. We got left side camera on your leader Slim Jim as he pulls away, and the right side there on the next battle on the track is Rick Johnson tries to find a way around Dan Irvine, and again, I'll be right back.
This moment brought to you by Farmer Brothers Contracting. What kind of work did you do this week? Well,
Well, that's all really my dad, but he's up doing big warehouses up in like Carteret and things like that. So
you don't work with them at all?
no, not as much as I probably should. No, I'm working at Cinnabon right now.
I thought. Oh, I didn't know. I kind of heard that, but I didn't know if that was real or not.
Yep, that's where I was before this race. Actually,
My favorite place, man. Best cinnamon buns ever.
We need to get you out of that Lightning McQueen machine and get you into a Cinnabon car.
There you go. I like that
That'd be
idea.
sweet, right?
If anybody's willing to paint me a Cinnabon car, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, I know someone who's in the booth who knows how to paint.
I've been trying to get him to paint me a car forever, man. I'm first.
Oh yeah, Shawn was saying we were talking about getting me an Aero 88 car painted up as well. So, but he's a busy guy, you know. I've been working with render scenes in 3ds Max. A little bit, anyway. We got a battle with the 52 and the 27. He's kind of closing in on the 27 a little bit, no?
Yeah, it sure
Yeah, I
looks
think
like
he's
it.
a little bit quicker right now. 27 just doesn't really seem to have the car that he had a little bit earlier in the going. As I say that, 52 nearly gets up into the fence.
Yeah, it looked like he just nicked the wall a little bit going down the front stretch.
Meanwhile, the 9 swings high to let the 30 of Jordan McGregor back by him. Jordan McGregor seems to be making up some spots.
52's
despite
low,
giving
and
up
he
that
gets
track
by the
position.
27.
Yeah, there you go. 52 Rick Johnson picks up what should move him into the 4th spot. And Jordan McGregor is now looking to follow him through there. He's got nose under the 27. Probably going to
Can't
think better
complete
of
the
it here.
pass. And
27's going to let him
lets
go on the high side.
That 10 car as well is also flying through this field. His last lap was 23.5, then he was hitting 23.7s. I mean, for me anyway, those were blazing fast laps. I could not run any faster than a 23.7 if I and no matter what, I just couldn't get it.
Let's see, your fast time is listed as... oh, it doesn't show me that anymore. Oh, darn it. After you retire, I don't get your last lap in speed on the standings. The fastest lap of the night is unsurprisingly turned by Slim Jim Gately at 23.120. His last lap was a 23.448. It tells you about the fall off here. It's almost non-existent. I mean, usually on a short track, you're looking at measuring your fall off in seconds, not tenths.
Well, I'll tell you this, my last lap was a 23.541. I mean, my best lap, rather, was a 23.541. And Slim's last lap on older tires was a 23.549.
Yep.
So,
I'm looking at that right now.
he just hit a 23.443. So, I mean, these guys, they are just blazing
Yeah, I mean,
around IRP.
Yeah. Billy Yarbrough in second, ran 23.642. Dennis Chambers at 23.627. Rick Johnson at 23.659.
How about Rick Castle, a little slideways there? I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah,
that was
letting
a-
Slim go.
That could have been the end of Slim's night there.
Rick Bisconner, meanwhile, falls... I got that backwards, actually. Dan Irvine falls into the clutches of Rick Bisconner. Yeah, Dan Irvine just sliding backwards. Seems like he just can't keep the tires under the truck tonight. Understandable. You know, right side damage, heavy right side damage on that 27. You can see the big tire circle there. Oh, and
Looks
he
like the
clips it
30's
again.
able to get around the 52. Move him into 4th place.
Yeah, Jordan McGregor, like I said, he's picking him up, setting him down, not letting that damage be too much of a setback. Like, it looks like I can see gaps on his hood. Or is that just some of the... I guess the hood detail's just a little heavier than usual on his truck. Maybe it's because he's white. He's got a white truck. Oh no, yep, there's definitely a gap there. Okay. Yeah,
It seems like Bill Yarbrough. Seems like Bill Yarbrough is running about 1/10 faster than the number 3rd spot of Dennis Chambers, so he's pulling away a little bit, not by much though, but still not catching up to Slim Jim Gately.
Yeah, well, Dennis Chambers has separated himself from battle for 4th on back.
Now,
Still
if we
7
can
seconds
get-
back.
If we can get another caution here, I think that 30 truck could probably keep up with the 23 right about now. He's running really similar lap times to what Slim's running now. I don't know if Slim might be saving a little bit, because he doesn't really have many challengers around him.
Yeah, if you're not
But,
being challenged, you might as well just save. I see 31 gets wall sucked there while letting the 124 go. Yeah, easy is not a word that comes to mind when I think of IRP. I like this track, but it's tough.
I wish that they would come back over here for the Xfinity Series and Truck Series, but now they're running on the road course. It was always a really good race to watch.
Yeah, I thought the trucks were coming back, but that the Xfinity was just going to the road course at Indy.
I don't know. I haven't heard much about the trucks. They typically run at Eldora now.
Yeah,
That
around
Wednesday
time.
before.
Well, the 10 truck has fallen into the clutches of number 30 of Jordan McGregor.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Jordan McGregor has got a handle on this place. He just needs to make up some ground on Slim if he's going to have a chance to get back up front. As obviously Slim has taken quite a wide margin of lead on the most laps led. In fact, he's just 25 laps away from clinching most led, as he's led 76 of the 200 laps so far tonight.
It seems like the 30 and the 10 car are running this pretty much the same lap times, but different ways around the tracks. The 30 goes under the 10.
That was a bold move there.
Yeah, it was. Can he
Yeah, he
hold it?
keeps-
Looks like he's going to be able to.
Yeah, he
I
just
think he's
says,
got the position now.
Yeah, he just says that middle lane is mine. Thank you very much, and see you later. Dennis Chambers will try to cross over back on him, but not fight too hard for it, as he can clearly see that the 30 truck is just that much faster right now.
And not only that, the 52 is behind them. That's for the 5th spot.
Yeah, 52. We haven't talked about him a little bit there. Rick Johnson also still moving through the field even after letting Jordan go. And this is really the only battle on the track right now, is Slim Jim is extending his lead over second place.
Yeah, this
Working
really
through
is
lap
just
traffic
about.
right now.
This really is just about the only battle on the track. Actually, it seems like the 83 and the 53 might be pretty close together, but other than that,
Yeah,
seems
so
to be
there,
these three guys right here.
on the left side there, you have the 83 and the 53. That's, as you said, that's the next closest battle for position, and it's not all that close.
I'll tell you what, I think these guys have been fighting here for a while, trying to get back and forth between spots together.
And so they really work around traffic.
The 83 was able to get the spot on the 53. So that battle is what seems to be all done for now.
He's got the spot, and he's pulled pretty far away now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 10 and the 52 here, Shawn.
Whoa, the 23 got loose off the corner there.
Oh,
Little puff of smoke just as I switched back to him.
'52 is able to slice around the 10 car again. Or not again, but able to slice around the 10 car and pick up that fourth spot. Dennis Chambers might have worn tires because his lap times are just slower and slower, it seems.
Yeah, he's definitely not got what they've got right now. He is last lap there came in at a 23.9. I mean, it's not all that far off the leader. You know, Slim Jim ran a 23.8, but then again, we also saw him have some trouble. Jordan McGregor looks like he's currently the fastest on the track, running a 23.6, about 2 miles per hour faster than anybody else. There we go. Slim Jim's back on pace. So Slim and McGregor are running about the same speed right now. Everybody else is a good, 10th, 2/10 off them.
Shawn, I don't know if you have your eyes on the 10 car, but the 109 is looking
Yeah,
to get in
he
that
is.
top 5.
He's fallen into the 24-second bracket. In fact.
Now
So
it is getting close to pit stop time, I would think.
I would think so too.
You can make about 70 laps or so on a full tank of fuel, so I'd be looking to see some of these guys that are getting a lot of fall off to be pitting very soon, like the 10 truck.
Yeah, it might behoove him to get in as be the first one to pit road if he's falling backwards anyway. And try and get just a few more laps out there on fresher tires versus everybody else. As we are starting to see the fall into the 1 second bracket.
Unless you're Slim.
Unless you're Slim. But his fall off is falling into the 1 second bracket, that being him being Dennis Chambers, so. But then the flip side of that is you gotta go longer on the tires than those other guys. And also if the caution comes out, these are things that you gotta roll the dice on.
I mean, I think for myself, if I knew that I didn't really have the speed to keep up with these guys, then, I mean, why not try and roll the dice? I don't know what the points situation looks like, but, I mean, just showing up and racing, I mean, why not,
Yeah, I can't load up the points, unfortunately, because of the aforementioned issues with our race management server, RLM. But I do believe that Billy Yarborough is your points leader. And he's sitting in a perfect spot right now. He's sitting in second. He doesn't have to worry about Slim. Yeah. He just has to run his own race, and second place would be a great points night for Billy Yarborough. You know, Slim is just absolutely dominant tonight, and he is just 9 laps away now from clinching the most laps led. I don't think anybody's got anything for him. So I'm just going to try and go through the field here. Oh, we're okay. Feeling the rum. Since Milty's not here, I gotta be the lush. Alright, so there is Slim Jim in the Slim Jim truck, painted by yours truly. In the lead. Scott, Jim Marguson there in the 11 Scotch Blue Ford. Hey, I also did that one. That 192 of Joe Sharam, calls himself Mutt on his TeamSpeak here, so apparently that's what he wants his nickname to be. And 54 Billy Arbro with the default truck. A 30 of Jordan McGregor.
Oh, the 27 hit the wall right by the start-finish line I'm seeing here. But he's all right. He's back on the track. He's good to go. No smoke, really. Just a little tap.
Yeah, it didn't do him any favors as he's hit the wall several times already tonight.
Actually, as a matter of fact, it seems like he hasn't really lost anything. He seems to be climbing right back up to that.
There is Rick Bisconner in the 109 car. He's running 5th spot in the Black Cat Racing Chevrolet. The number 9 Coors machine of Ken Hansen. Currently running 4 laps down in 14th. And the 10 truck, a Dodge this season from Dennis Chambers. Currently shown in the 6th spot and under attack from the number 27 Mountain Dew machine of Dan Irvine, another Dodge. And he has not been kind to the right side of that truck, but he's still working on the 10. Number 31 of Brad Otto, the Marine machine. 53 of T.G. Reese. Would probably be Skull if he had a truck uploaded. 83, the big cactus, as Milt would say. Ding! Yeah, let's get an honorary Miltism. I haven't had a chance to hit that all night because Milty's on the sidelines, but we miss you, buddy. Hey, wait, that didn't increment.
Uh-oh.
There, I hit it twice, and it came up as 3. That was weird.
Alright, guys, I'm going to be heading out. For now, I'm going to go back to the trailer.
Alright, thanks for checking in, Will. And
Nice
there
seeing
is...
you, Will.
Yeah,
Nice
There's
seeing you
a-
too, Isaac. And
Fast.
Dan.
Yeah, you too, Will. Take care. Have a good night. Go get some morphine.
Yeah. There's our series admin Ryan Johnson in the 59 Miller High Life Chevy. That's another one I painted. Slim Jim, hey, another one I painted, and that's your leader hitting pit road in the 23. Motorcraft. Okay, the running order wants me to stick with Slim, so let's just stick with him through the pits here. See, Jordan McGregor has also gotten service and is down and away, so that's probably what prompted Slim to come in. I didn't catch Jordan in the number 30 Craftsman Ford hit pit road, and Slim didn't want to lose any time to Jordan on those fresher tires. He knows who his main competition is tonight. That's a smart move by Slim. You just gotta hope that everybody else starts hitting pit road soon, too. This is going to pass your lead to Rick Johnson. Well, Rick Johnson's currently on pit road, so it's going to be very much in flux right now. 109 Rick Bisconner pits from 2nd place. I think Dan Irvine, unless he's currently on pit road as well. Looks like he should inherit the lead. In fact, he does. And he smokes the tires as he comes in. So who's next? Dennis Chambers. Dennis Chambers on the right side of your screen there will inherit the lead. Ah, man. He was losing time. I don't know if I'd want to stay out there unless he might be playing the opposite strategy of what we were talking about before, and he might be trying to get a caution after inheriting the lead by staying out. That's not a bad strategy either if you're not confident in the ability to move forward on speed. And Dennis Chambers will hit pit road as well. So it looks like things are going to come full circle here. Slim Jim Gately currently shown in third and should be re-inheriting the lead presently.
Whoa, it looks like Ryan Johnson in the 59 truck spins it out, and that will shake things up.
Oh, that is going to mess things up, seriously. There is the 10 truck of Dennis Chambers was your leader, and he just took the caution as the leader on pit road. He was already on pit road when the caution flew. He gets to get his service, not get a flag, but man, that is gonna mess everybody up. Whenever the caution comes out during pit cycles, it is absolute chaos. And you see there's these trucks parked on the backstretch waiting for the pace truck. Dennis Chambers is still scored as your leader, and Slim Jim Gately is scored in second, only 4 seconds back.
I think Slim's gonna cycle to the lead, but if these guys decide to pit again, then Dennis is gonna be in the catbird.
Jordan McGregor has hit pit road again. He sat back and waited for the green flag to fly on it. Man, I hate when the caution comes out during green flag stops. It just messes everything up. And it looks like, in fact, yes, Slim Jim has cycled back to the lead. Billy Arbor second, Jordan McGregor third, but again, he's on pit road currently. Dennis Chambers fourth, Rick Johnson fifth. This actually didn't shake things up quite as bad as it usually does, because the last lead lap car to pit was Dennis Chambers.
Yeah, now, I'm not a fan of whenever that happens when I'm racing, but here in the booth, this is exciting.
It sure is.
I am happy to see
shakes things up.
I was hoping for maybe a little bit more of a shake-up, but I don't think that's going to be. I think we're just going to cycle around what was the front to begin with.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, we got lucky there, or they got lucky.
I really wanted to see Slim go back into traffic again. I wanted to see if he could slice and dice through there, but looks like he's just going to be able to drive away unless one of these guys decides that they're going to have something for him.
Well, Jordan McGregor's going to have slightly fresher tires. He's dropped himself back to 6th by pitting on that first lap by.
But I like the track position.
I like the track position too, especially a track, as we noted, is uncommonly difficult to pass on.
The 10 truck will also have slightly fresher tires because he came out of pit road.
Oh yeah, he was on pit road when the caution flew. So
Yeah, so, I mean, after the yellow was taken, he was off pit road. I mean, he may as well have just pitted under caution.
Well, here we got what happened with your dad there. He was just all by himself, going into 3, came in low and jumped the seam and went around all by himself, and that'll bring out your caution flag that put us into this predicament. Didn't hit anything, didn't hit anybody.
Yeah, not his best night. He just kind of got in trouble there early with the
EOLL.
I mean, he didn't get a whole lot of practice, and he got an EOLL, and then he was involved in that incident on the backstretch that didn't bring out the caution, and that just kind of put a damper on the evening for him.
Yeah, true. We got to count the fact that he had to man, heads up to Ryan. He had to field everybody's questions as they were coming in tonight and finding out that RLM didn't work and we couldn't connect that way. So yeah, that cost him a lot of practice time as he had to put the admin hat on. I would have liked to have been able to help more, but I had to get set up for the broadcast. Sam was doing what he could. It's, it was a
Part of the job.
Yeah, part of the job. Good scramble by my fellow admin team there, getting everybody set up. Hopefully that won't happen again. And RLM will get their stuff fixed for next week as you see the lights turn off on the FSB Pace truck, which is not a custom FSB truck. It's because I wasn't expecting to be running the trucks tonight. And again, Slim Jim, in a familiar position, having clinched the most laps led tonight, will lead us back to green, with Billy Yarborough, Rick Johnson, Dennis Chambers on the freshest tires among the top 5 there in 4th, and your 5th place truck of Rick Bisconner.
And they go green, green, green.
Green, green, green! Now, Dan Irvine probably had a chance to come in and fix his truck, too, in the 27.
Yeah, he has been pretty quick on the short run here. Look to see him make a couple of passes, get himself up into the top 5 again.
Yeah, he's been struggling on that long run. He's probably looking, like I said, to pick up some track position and hopefully catch another caution. Hopefully for, his sake. And I got the 12 truck of Joe Ewer stuck in the wall. He'll just hold it there and let traffic go by.
Man, that 23 is pulling away already.
Just look at that diamond right from the start. It's not even what something
That is
does when
the
tire
most
starts.
perfect line I've seen somebody to run here. I mean, that's just exactly how you got to run this track.
Yeah, we call him the professor, and he has taken us all to school tonight. I need to make notes about this for the next time we get here.
Stayed a little high there on that
Yeah,
lap.
you looked a little bit out of shape. I wasn't sure if I was just seeing things there.
He still pulled about 4/10 on Billy Yarborough.
53 of T.G. Reese just got all kinds out of shape there behind Dan Irvine. Gathers it up, but that held up Jordan McGregor, who now takes the position. Jordan McGregor, that's what the risk you take when you come in, top off, or take a couple lap fresher tires on a under caution at a track position track.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we stay green here, I would say that his chances of winning just go down the drain as we run every lap. Slim just keeps picking them up and laying them down.
Yeah, even on these few short laps we've been back to green, he is pulling away from the 54 truck of Billy Yarborough, and that's one guy we look at as a short track specialist. And he's trying to copy that diamond line, but Slim has got it covered. And Jordan McGregor has gathered it back up after his little adventure getting around the 53 truck. And he set his sights on Dan Irvine. Dan Irvine already starting to lose some time there, again after being quick on the start.
Yeah, I think that damage has just gotten to be too much for him. Seems like every time we get another run, he just gets a little worse. Hate to see it.
Yeah, this is about the time where you figure out you just don't have it tonight, so just take care of what you got left and finish where you can as he hits the wall once again.
I'm glad that I'm not the body guy this week.
Man, I didn't race, I was an owner in this thing back in NASCAR 4. We were talking when you were in diapers, and you drafted or bid on, drivers that signed up to run. And I got my 2 guys there, and you started with X amount of dollars, and you had to pay your driver's salary, and races had winnings, and then you also had to pay to fix the cars. For some reason, the guy who ran it would charge you every time part of the car was damaged. That counted as having to pay to fix it again. So why are you, you'd be paying to replace the same quarter panel like 3 or 4 times a race. And he didn't see the lack of logic in this, so not surprisingly, teams went bankrupt really quick.
Huh.
Just reminds me of that. He called Virtual Racing World. It was run by Nim Cross back on the Team Lightspeed forums. As you see the 30 truck of Jordan McGregor getting around Dan Irvine. And Nim went on to be like the hall monitor over at iRacing, which is one of the reasons I never went there.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking that that's my my next sim racing venture. I've kind of honestly gotten a little bit burnt out on the NR 2003 stuff, and just kind of looking for something new. And I mean, iRacing looks like it's going to be it. With the dirt racing that they have on there, I think that's my my next move as far as sim racing goes.
Yeah, because dirt racing on this is just, it's not the same. Yeah, that definitely looks great. Yeah, iRacing, it's got good stuff. Got great tools for running leagues and broadcasting and all that. I can't go to those guys after what they did. And you weren't around for it, but yeah, they did not treat the community well when their stuff was still vaporware. So I'm sticking with NASCAR. I'm an oval guy anyway. A paved oval guy.
Yeah, you know me. I love my dirt track racing. I mean, I think that I think one day, between the World of Outlaws late model series and World of Outlaws sprint cars, I could see them taking over NASCAR. You know, I mean,
the dirt faithful always say that, and they've been saying that as long as I've been following racing, and it hasn't happened.
well, I mean, as I've always been a huge NASCAR fan, and with all these new rules and stuff that they're putting in place as a racer, I don't really like it. And there's just something that is just so much more genuine about dirt track racing and the way that they do their scoring and everything for the points and all that. And really, I mean, I feel like it's more for your average race fan.
You know, a 30 truck of Jordan McGregor gets around the 109, moving himself back up into the... I'll put him in the 5th spot now, and with the laps winding down, that top off is starting to look like less and less of a good deal.
But I can see NASCAR going to electric cars in the next 5 to 10 years, and at that point, I don't know if I'll want to watch, because there's something about the loud engines and the smell of the burning fuel. It just, I don't know, that'll all go away.
Man, those Formula E cars, though, they're fast.
No, I mean, they're definitely fast. I don't disagree with that. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm a little old school.
I mean, things have always changed. You know, you're driving a piece of technology, and technology is always changing. So, change is inevitable in some way or another.
Gotta say, electric's gonna be a lot faster, I think.
Oh yeah, the thing about electric, they have 100% torque available, on demand. It's not like where an engine produces its certain amount of torque at certain RPMs. So in some ways, electrics are faster. But yeah, I get what you're saying about the sound and smell not so much because I'm a TV guy. I don't like to actually go out to the races as much. I guess one of the reasons I don't see as much of a problem as some others is I'm not an in-person racing kind of guy. I don't like crowds in the first place. I live in New Jersey, and the closest track is Pocono, and that's not the best place to watch a race. So I'm perfectly happy watching the TV coverage with multiple angles from the couch with, much lower cost food and beverage within reach, as you see Jordan McGregor is now reeled in the 10 car of Dennis Chambers and is working on him.
Shawn, I need to get you into a dirt track race.
Yeah, but it's so dirty.
Oh my. Oh. You worried about getting a little bit of dirt on your pants?
I'm more worried about getting in my lungs.
Oh, in your lungs? We're all gonna die anyway.
Yeah, so you might as well not have the unpleasantness of dirt in your lungs on your way there.
Wear a mask.
Yeah, think about when I watch them on TV when they do televise stuff like the World of Outlaws and what have you. You can hardly tell what's going on. You can't see which car is which. They're all flying through the corners of a bunch of different lines. It's harder to follow for me. Looks like a hell of a lot of fun.
Oh, it's awesome. Jordan McGregor just gets into the fence again.
Yeah, I see that there. He lost some of that ground he made up on the 10, but he's right back to work. And in front of them, we got the 52 working on the 54, so we got battles on the track. Just none of them involve Slim, so we'll pull off the 23 truck and watch these two battles, the two red trucks and then the two white trucks work on each other. Slim Jim is just, he is gone. He is checked out. He is 3.6 seconds up over second place. We are inside of 20 laps to go.
It's been just a nice little Friday night stroll for him tonight. But I wouldn't expect much less from Slim at a track like this.
Absolutely. It is getting down to it here, though, with the 30 and the 10 and the 52 and the 54. I'm going to stick right here in these battles.
Is the 30 going to put it in?
It's going to send it. Not quite that loud.
He won't get enough bite off the corner. He will. He's side by side with him.
Wow. I cannot believe he stuck that, and he takes it in deep. Dennis Chambers yields that middle line, but tries to power back on the high side with the momentum. Can't quite hold it. Jordan McGregor will take the spot. Moves him up into fourth right now. And you'll see if he can reel in these two trucks ahead of him with 13 laps to go. I don't know if Mama Gately's still with us here. Doris Gately likes to tune in and cheer for her boy Slim. But I hope you are, because your boy's putting on a clinic, and barring catastrophe, I'd say Slim's got this one in the bag. As a 52, Rick Johnson, he tries that low lane. We talked about it being fool's gold, and you see why. He gives up all the ground he gained on the 54, and now puts himself back into the clutches of the 30 truck. Meanwhile, 10 of Dennis Chambers has actually fallen back into the sights of the 27 of...
Oh, the 54 gets in the wall.
54 hits the wall
52 goes
hard.
to the high side.
Yeah, heavy damage to the right side of that 54 truck. 52 looking high, can't quite get in there, and...
Oh, he shut the door on the 30.
Yes, he did. He had to call off his attack on the outside of the 54 while defending against the 30's move. Meanwhile, Dan Irvine has caught the 10 truck, trying to get himself back inside the top 5. So Dan found something for the long run here, after we thought he'd use this stuff up early. Ooh, Ryan Johnson slides it down on the apron, trying to stay out of the way. Gathers it back up, and no harm, no foul. You know, Slim is just growing this lead almost exponentially, as he's up to over 5 seconds. 5.478 last time by over Billy Yarbrough. Just a couple laps ago, it was in the 3-second bracket. Yeah, this battle for second, it's not doing him any favors to catch Slim. In fact, I think next time by, it's going to mean next flag ends it, because we're going to be inside 5 to go, and you're not going to catch a restart if there's a caution flag.
Jordan gets in the wall again.
Yeah, it's not doing him any favors. He is just...
He's pedaling it. He's trying
to
get that second spot. And the
52
gets
right
another
up hard shot to the wall, and still keeps the momentum up. Looks inside the 52, down to that flat low line, can't quite hold it. Tries to power back again.
It's a great race for second place.
This is the hottest battle all night, and also this has pulled the 27 truck. We counted him out, and here he is. You know, right back in the fight.
How aggressive is that 52 going to get, trying to get around the 54 here? I think he's a little bit quicker. As the 54 gets a little loose, I probably would have tried to stick it in there, but he thought better of it. He gets into the wall. Oh. Defending low. This is a great battle for second.
Second, third, fourth, and fifth. It's all up for grabs here.
And the 52
got the
goes low. And he gets into him.
Oh, he gets in
and he spins out.
That's going to give Jordan McGregor second. Dan Irvine third. Dan Irvine's still trying to get second here, as he got all the way to the apron trying to get under the 30.
What a race.
Caution
to the
flag
finish.
is out, and that's going to end it, folks.
See what happened
Slam
there.
Jim Gately is your race winner. Here we have that battle. 52 looks inside. Oh, you see, he got into him right before the entry to turn 3 there.
Yeah, just kind of battling for the same space there, and I don't know. I couldn't really chalk that up on anybody, I would say, but
honestly, I'd say the 52 wasn't there enough to be continuing to press that. Meanwhile, look at the 27. 27 goes all the way to the apron, trying to get around the 30 car. Yeah, Jordan saw that coming a mile away, backed out of it wisely, and was able to miss it. Hold on for second place. Dan Irvine all the way to the apron, trying to pick up second. Ends up third. Great recovery. We counted him out. We thought he was toast on the long run, but he found something, and he was on the move there at the end and in position to pounce and take the third spot. Dennis Chambers misses all that too, ends up holding on to his top 5, ends up 4th. Meanwhile, coming around to the yellow and white flag, or yellow and checkered flag, I should say, is your leader and dominant truck all night long, the 23 Slim Jim machine of Jim Gately.
That was vintage Slim Jim.
Absolutely took him to school. Awesome. We got Mama Gately still in the chat. We got to actually get him winning one live with his mom watching, so that's excellent. Though I think the one time we got him on the air with the win, where she was checking in there, it was declared after the fact, after post-race tech inspection. This one is a clear, no doubter. Slim Jim Gately rolls under the checkered flag, and he is your winner here at historic Indianapolis Raceway Park. Alright, so running through your order once again. Jordan McGregor rebounds for a second place finish there. Strong night for the 30 truck. Dan Irvine brings it home P3. Dennis Chambers, a 10 truck in 4th. Rick Pisconer, the 109. Billy Yarborough. Rick Johnson. Steve Weber. Steve Weber, we didn't talk about him much all night. He kept it on the lead lap. He comes in 8th spot. You know, strong run for the big cactus, as Milty would say. And TG Reese, Rick Castle rounding out your top 10. Then Joe Weaver, Jim Margison, Joe Sharam, Ken Hansen, Ryan Johnson, Brad Otto, your last trucks running. Will Farmer, who checked in with us before. He's first truck out with an accident there. Sam Young retired. Mark DeSenza retired. Not sure what happened with Jeff Habbick or John Palmer, the dog. They round out your 21 trucks. 21 trucks scored tonight. Alrighty, we're gonna have to go gather up our... Actually, I see you got a little S next to your name. You can go gather up the podium finishers here for us.
Yeah, I'll go get them.
Awesome. So there you have it, IRP. I'd be putting the points up right about now, but not sure if Race LM is working yet. I'm going to check on that right now in a browser window. Yeah, not looking good. So we won't be able to quite get the points update this evening. And I see we got our podium finishers starting to gather in here. Alright, well... where the heck did Isaac go? Oh, there, he's got him. Okay. He's getting Dan Irvine. We'll start with Slim here, man. We finally got you on a flag-to-flag called live broadcast win there with your mom watching. Doris Gately checking in chat there a couple times. Way to go, Slim. That was an absolute clinic you put on out there.
Can you hear that?
Yep, we got it.
Do we want to hear that?
Oh yeah, you gotta hear that.
Not too much though, because YouTube might copyright strike us.
Got you, man. Got you. I appreciate it. Say hi to my mom. That's wins always for her when I get one. Had another friend that I work with that might have been watching tonight. His name's Patrick. Did he show up?
I didn't check in the chat there.
All
If he
right.
was.
All right. Well, I just wanted to give him a shout out. New job and all, and guys kind of took me under his wing and helped me out a lot. So just want to give him a shout out if he was watching. But yeah, man, great race, fun race. Obviously, I love this place. Congrats to my teammate Jordan. Great job, dude.
Yeah, so man, you were just all by yourself all night. Did you have any challenges out there that they had to overcome there, or just pretty much on cruise control?
Pretty much on cruise control. I think Jordan, if he hadn't got damaged a couple of times during the race, had to have that fixed. I'm pretty sure he would have been a factor at the end.
Yeah, Jordan McGregor, your second place finisher, just proof that you just never give up. You were fast all night, got the damage early, got behind getting that repaired, and a couple times there topping off. But bouncing back for a second place finish there, right place, right time, and you were on the move at the end as well. Tell us about your up and down night there, bud.
Yeah, hey, like Slim said, we had got damaged a couple times, just put us behind. I ran out of talent a few times and just smacked the wall.
Ran out of talent. Baloney.
Definitely a race of adversity. You know, it came back through the field, which was great. You know, trying to avoid a couple people. I think I got into Reese at one point in time, so I want to apologize to him. He was able to gather it up, but never like to touch anybody.
It's tough here at this one lane track.
Yeah, it's so hard to pass. You can catch people all day, but once you get to them, getting around them is a whole different ball game. But everybody raced really good. We had a good battle there for second, third, and fourth at the end. Hate that it ended like that, but got to congratulate Slim on his win. Got to thank him for giving me some pointers in that practice session. I'd actually never ran this track before, so he helped me out quite a bit getting up to speed.
Oh my god, I forgot that. Yeah, never run this before, and you were that fast and come home second. You know,
that just shows the caliber of a driver he is.
Absolutely, that's what you call an alien right there, folks. Good stuff, man. And yeah, Slim, I was watching your line out there, and I learned a few things. I filed that away in the old memory bank notebook for next time we're here.
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
Now I know Diamond, this place. I was there trying to hold it in the middle.
Well, you know who I learned that from? He's sitting in the same booth with us right here.
Isaac?
I did.
Yeah, well, he was saying that he learned it from you.
Well, see, I think I learned it from him. I don't know. One of us came up with it. I thought it was Isaac.
Well, I had mentioned earlier that I don't really run this place very much, but I had thought that diming in the corner would be kind of the way to go. I don't know. It's been so long since I've ran this track that I don't remember.
Yeah, well, you know, if you can put a little distance between you and whoever's behind you, the diamonding is the best thing to do because it helps you save your tires on the exit because that's really what kills you here.
Yeah, that was tough. A lot of people were clipping a whole lot of the low lane trying to turn the truck. And so most of the guys that were doing that started moving backwards after about 10, 20 laps because they were chewing up the left sides.
I would save. I'd do the diamond for 8 to 10 laps, and then I'd go back to running normal. I just kind of watched the F2, and I didn't want anybody to gain anything on me too much. So,
well, nobody could gain anything on you all night. You were even putting seconds on, never mind tenths, as the race closed down, and those trucks were battling behind you. So, just a dominant run there. Great job, Slim. Great job, Jordan, especially having never run the track and overcoming the damage and setbacks you had. Looks like Dan Irvine did not choose to join us tonight. That's all right. Another strong run for the 27 as well. Normally this is the part where I would go over the points, but again, we're having some issues with the server, so we'll just get right down to it and thank our series sponsor, Bill Farmer Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware that we're racing for this season. I think Bill Yarbrough is our points leader coming in. We'll see how the points shake out next week. And thanks as always, series admin Ryan Johnson and our league promoter Sam Young, or the boss as he hates to be called. Missed our my usual partner, Milt Minter Jr. We'll probably get him back next week. But thanks for Isaac Johnson and Dan Jones for sitting in tonight. Appreciate the help in the booth as I tried to wrangle things getting started here. Had to call some audibles, had to adjust a few things for the connecting the different way tonight, but it was fun, and thanks as always to our podium finishers for joining us here. Slim Jim, your winner, Jordan McGregor, second place. And thanks all you guys out there in YouTube land joining us tonight at FSB Racing Live. And we'll see you next week. Where are we next week? Anybody remember what next week's track is?
Atlanta, 1997.
Atlanta 97. Oh, that's a great track. Big track, 1.5 mile oval, wide open spaces, lots of different lines. Runs kind of like a super speedway. That's definitely a change of pace from Riverside and IRP. So that should be fun, and hopefully we'll have everything back to normal server-wise, and we'll be back in our 1988 cars next week. And hope to see you all there. And so, just to put a wrap up on this one for FSB Racing Live, I'm Shawn Reap saying good night. Thanks for joining us, everybody.